strong. They already have 2 wins, and yeah. So I think it is this match alongside with Colombia and Brazil is our last match of the day. So we have some more MKT to enjoy at least. So we're watching Mitch today. I'm not sure if we will switch it to Carlos or he's streaming. I'm not sure, but at least we have Mitch, which right now is we're switching to Carlos actually, and we have some really good point of views for today. And so we saw Mitch going to first place here. The pack is really close, so Carlos could get a draft here and easily take on into top spots as we saw that. Actually, clever to using that heart over there because he saw a red shell, but he's going to drop into first. Not exactly what you want exactly because, but it seems a top 3, so um, right the back seems a bit good for Ecuador, but this track, like, if the pack is really close, they can pull some decent objects and just obliterate them at the last second. So, still, Carlos holding up into first place. Um, Probably a red in second place for. Oh my God, what happened there? I'm not entirely sure of that transition,
Yeah.
but it seems like a blue shell just got exploded into Mitch's face. So, unfortunate for him. And we don't see Carlos anymore in first place. That's oh no, wait, no, we see actually a Ecuador member in first. Um, Going to this last bit of the race, which gets a star, but unfortunately, it's not going to help him more than maybe one spot, and it's not going to do anything actually. But still, a 136 coming out from USA first race.
Yeah, that was a really solid race from the USA, and our apologies for the miscalculation on the win differential for the UK. But this war basically for Ecuador. If you're Ecuador, you want to try to win it still. You want to get as much experience before the next round as much as possible, and but the USA starting off really strong here with just a solid race, and I don't know, like even though this war may be meaningless for both teams, it's still important to know that experience is necessary for the next round. So they are definitely gonna have to keep that in mind, and it's gonna come down, I'd say, to who is doing the best in terms of skill. As we saw earlier today, the USA just being very strong, just having strong win after strong win after strong win, and they played really well today. And if they're gonna end up winning this war, they're gonna probably do the same thing because they're bringing back a lot of their same guys that they had throughout the rest of the day. And starting with Mitch and FX, just big names that are really solid and just really important names to know in the Mario Kart Tour scene. So yeah, definitely have to keep
Yeah,
that in mind.
so right now going into Rock Mountain, this is the T version, and Mitch is going to be able to pull Shrooms into the first set, which is going to help him a lot. As we saw some of the members of this room gain the Shrooms into the top 3 spots, and it's a 1-3 actually for USA, and oh my God, I think he got the red for the guy in first. I think that red actually duplicated because he got 2 members of USA down. As we see a top 2 for Ecuador, but this start in third place could do a lot of damage as he is able to get the cut. And this blooper is really not what you want. The bomb! Oh my God, I was just
Oh
okay.
my goodness!
He could have been a
Wow.
lot worse that get a direct trail, but luckily he just gets into the explosion. Not quite into it, but he gets a bit. Still getting the box in sixth place is actually good for him, and not opting to chain as he's playing a lot defensive because yeah, as we saw, there's a red shell in sixth place. He might not actually get a shroom, so that's why he decided not to chain there. But this red shell is not going to do anything as there's a member of USA in fifth place, and right now Ecuador are going to top 4. The last part of this race, if they're able to just maintain this top spot, they could be really huge for them. This draft is going to be really good, but he's opting not to go through the Nisk, even with 2 shrooms. But yeah, right now I think that's Carlos only in the first place. So the they can do something here, but it's a top 2 now. Blue Shell coming in. Oh my God, Carlos is going to die in the air. Yeah, here he goes. And that top 2 just barely it's over. And yeah, we seeing Carlos actually getting blue. Oh my God, the blue wasn't even for him. And
Yeah, that's
yeah,
just really unfortunate.
sadly for Ecuador, it's that race could have been a lot better for them. Sadly, Carlos gets into the explosion there. But I actually want to point out something. Not entirely sure, but if Ecuador wins this match, they might be getting the first seed. I'm not entirely sure. Don't mind what to me, but yeah, maybe it's not written just yet. So 1-4-5-7 for Ecuador. I think that's enough for them to get in the lead, and it's looking really close actually for between both teams. We've seen a bit of more support, team support for Carlos right now, as in comparison for last match.
Yeah, and honestly, just starting off so well for the like they're still up here. That's surprising. If I can see that right, if it's 40 points, I think they're still up. But that's kind of a surprise to me because I would expect the U.S. to probably start off with a giant gap in for the most part. So yeah, good job from Ecuador for at least like maintaining pressure early on here as we're going to Paris, this Paris track, and I'd say the most important thing is just shock again. Shock is super important. You got to keep in mind of shock, and early on, at the moment, Ecuador in 1-3-4, but that could easily change here. Oh, 2-3-4 for the United States for a second. Um, yeah, that was really, really unfortunate there, and I genuinely don't know what's going to happen here. So anything could really
So,
happen.
oh, Carlos pulling a blue shield early. That's good. That could be really huge. But yeah, Mage may we want to drop here as maybe his team is aware that he has it. It's going to get blue though. But this is before boxes, so it's not that bad for him. And sorry for that. It's a top two for Ecuador right now. As we've seen in this war, Ecuador is just having a bit more front presence than last war. Just was just Carlos alone, and the top two is going to be broke by a bit. I think that guy in second place got the box in his second place, so he can have red, can take out that Ecuador member, and just secure his first place probably. But this red shield is actually not going to do a lot since Super Effects was holding a hard there. I'm not sure if it was, but yeah, top two
Wow.
for USA. That was actually really good play. As Carlos wasn't able to get that box in second place, which means yeah, the USA member got probably the red shields for him, and just getting Shroom and red shield was just all he needed. And that guy from USA who, with a heart there just tanking the two reds for from Carlos, and meaning that's a top 2-4 for USA. And things are starting to look good for them, actually getting back the lead, and they're back in seventh place.
Yeah, the United States definitely did a good job that race of just maintaining front presence as much as possible, not letting Ecuador necessarily get into the top spots. So, really smart moves from the United States there, and showing why they're a solid team and should not be messed around with at all whatsoever. Just really strong play, just overall. As we're going to Royal Raceway, believe the R version. And if you're the United States, just honestly, that race really helped your chances of actually winning this war. So very nice job from the United States there, and just overall, just solid play, solid play. But we're going in here. We're watching Carlos, and right now, probably like it's okay start. I'd say it's okay. It's fine for the moment, and but he does manage. He has a shroom. He decides to chain here. Who pulls a heart?
His heart
And
is
another
pretty
shroom,
good.
and that could be pretty huge, I'd say. And honestly, it's all going to come down to who has the shock, especially
A
for
bit of a
these
quickness
races.
actually over there, but still Mitch maintaining the first place. And I actually want to point out something. This track, in launch, this track is you want maybe to bag for a dodge, but if you're able to have a hard bagger in your team, this track could potentially be one of a good front runner if you have enough skill to do it. So right now we see Mitch in first place holding its bomb. No, Carlos, why did you do that? He did a bit of a misplay there, falling behind the pack, and he needs some good items to come back. That's not the items to come back for sure. And this is not looking good for Ecuador, as Carlos is now in sixth place with no good items. And yeah, right now Mitch is just gone in first place with two protections. Maybe a blue could change things up here, but I'm not entirely sure as they are 3-4. Maybe going to pressure the second place. Shaw comes in actually. This is a yeah, that's an Ecuador shock. Carlos able to dodge and actually getting that red, I think, on one of the USA members, but that's to be very like aware. He gets two reds. Mitch is going to spam his horn. He's only gonna get one protection because of that, and he gets taken out. But oh my god, he gets like oh no. All right, so
Wow.
yeah, Mitch, that body over there just pulled Carlos onto the off road, so he misses the mini turbo, and it's able to get outlined by that USA member in first. Really, really nice job from them, but I think, yeah, Mitch wasn't like he wasn't aware of how much distance he had from the second place, so he assumed that the second place would spam the red to him as they saw a horn, but thing was, Carlos was a bit behind. So even with that, if he spammed the red, I think Mitch would have enough time. But yeah, yet again, he didn't knew it, and FX is going to take out the first place and stay in the lead for USA. Not wrong.
Yeah, I'd say. Excuse me. I'd say that the U.S. getting first there, big, very big indeed. I'd say just getting first will help the United States a decent amount. Honestly, I think that they can take small losses here as long as they just win this war. They'll probably end up being the first seed. Uh, in terms of being in this group, being the first seed, getting a better seed in terms of the next stage is very important. It makes it so the bracket more or less is a little bit easier for the United States. And if you're Ecuador, you want to try to win. Just win. If you want to get into that first seed, because again, the bracket stage, it makes it easier for the first seed, I think personally, due to the fact you're going to be facing probably the second seed in another bracket, right? And that's going to make it so you have more chance to win and you have a better path. So if you're both of these teams just win this match, and already the United States showing why they're here and just how dominant a performance they are. But early on,
This
the
is
United
so
States
this,
in top three,
yeah, this is
and
going to be hard to break. Even with that mega of Carlos in sixth place, I think that will be able to maybe get Mitch as he bonks into the thwomp, and Carlos just going wild in the third place. He might be able to do something here with this draft, and he does, but he has to be, he didn't get the glider, so that's over for him. If USA members manage to get that glider, those reds though, it's going to be really good. I think it's me, yeah. It's still someone gets taken out at the end. That's
oh
Carlos.
my goodness,
And
wow.
yeah, still 145 could have been a lot worse. But Carlos Red's there doing a lot of work and just ending that top two. But still, USA again another winning race, which means they still have the momentum in. So Ecuador needs to do something just to take turntables. Like they need to do it right now because otherwise, I think it might be too late.
Yeah, definitely. And honestly, it's gonna like if you're the United States, you're in a solid spot at the moment. You're up, a decent amount of points, and this is the second best team in the conference. So you definitely want to put on a good show. And right now, the United States are playing well. They're not making too many mistakes here, but I just don't know how this goes. Also, there has not been many shocks even after the halfway point. So whoever's bagging for the United States, I actually don't know who at the moment, unfortunately, but Ecuador's bagger, I just don't see them getting shocked. Like it's just a big issue, I'd say. And I
Thing
don't
with
well they're
Yeah, sorry,
yeah.
sorry. Yeah, thing with not seeing much shocks means that like baggers are really like close to each other, and like there's not a big difference from them, so shocks are not likely to happen. And we now see a top three going out with for USA, and this is actually really good for them. as we see Carlos stomping the top three once again, and he might try to get the box here in second, but unfortunately he won't be able to. He likes one banana though, and will pull a shroom, but I'm not entirely sure of this scenario going to be good, as he might think if FX only has one red, but maybe turns out that he has another red. We'll see in this box actually. Yeah, so FX not opting not to throw the red. Maybe it was the only protection. So I'll play for Carlos was really good, but I don't think he's going to get able to um get that spot for it's still going to get second though, but first it was just a bit of a lot ahead. I like that play though, going bold over there and just securing second for your team. But once again, USA another winning race, and just they're just off like different starts getting close into the 20s, and yeah, that's a shock from I don't know from who it was, but yeah, it was so late, so it can be whatever. Still, it's not that bad actually. It's just a +3 for USA, but again, +3 for USA. But if you're Ecuador, you want us +3 for you. So yeah, brilliant effort there by Carlos, but Speedy was just too fast over there to get first place.
Yeah, just honestly, winning races at this point for the United States is all they need, just to suffice. And I think at this point, if the United States, honestly, you're not doing too bad. Especially that 1-3. I think that was a 1-3-5. And going to RMX Rainbow Road here, I think it's very important to keep in mind that this war is not close over. It's just after halfway, and if you're the United States, you definitely want to keep in mind that just keep up the momentum, keep up the pressure, because at the moment it's working. But honestly, it could change because as we saw in the last match, El Salvador came back on Ecuador. So if you're Ecuador, you could do the same thing. You want to see how they play and make adjustments because it's possible to make a massive adjustment, especially early on in a war. So really anything could happen here if we're going in this one.
Yeah, as we now see, I think this is RMX Rainbow Road 1, the normal version. If someone can get reds into this glider, it could be really huge for them. As oh my god, I think someone gets. Okay, no, it was like early top three for USA though. This draft that Michigan was really huge, but yeah, Carlos really close for to the this top three. He could do something here maybe, but this heart is not going to be the best thing to do it, as he might want to change objects there because yeah, he needs desperately to take this top two. Nice knife over there, and he's now in second place with a heart. So maybe Mitch wants here to drop, maybe to get that first box for Carlos, but he's not going to. He's able to get one trick for the Twomp over there, and yeah, this hard pull in second place is just really insane. All he needs is to start changing reds into Mitch, and he will be invincible for the rest of the race. Even if there's a shock from USA though. Yeah, that's a shock actually, and I can't quite tell who shock it was, but I do see USA members in 2-3. So yeah, 2-3-4. That might be an USA shock, and Carlos is going to dodge and get into first place. That hard pull in second was so insane, and that backspin with that backspin connecting, that will be a winning race for Ecuador. But once again, USA getting 2-3-4 means they win the race. And I want to point out, yeah, that hard pull in second place was just so insanely OP and lucky there. But without that, I'm not sure what the pace of Ecuador was. So yeah, keeping it close still, but again, narrow winning races for USA. That's not what you want if you're Ecuador, but USA is just now chilling in and just getting these narrow wins, just securing their lead.
Yeah, I think narrow wins here, as I said earlier, I think narrow wins are so necessary for the United States, even the narrow, due to the fact that, in all honesty, the United States are playing really good right now, and that 2-3-4 definitely helped. And in all honesty, Calamari Desert 2 coming up, I think that this could be another solid race for the United States because this is more of a runner, and we see the United States. I'd say if getting more into these top spots. compared to Ecuador. So just getting a good run, and the spots here matter. The starting spots here very much matter. So you always have to keep that in mind. And I think it'll be important for Ecuador. Again, they need to make adjustments right now. If they do not make the adjustments, they're not going to be able to come back and win this war. So it's going to come down to who's actually playing the best, because the fact that it can go either way, even still. But we started off 2, 3, 4. Again, good spots for the United States here.
Oh, that green is going to connect to Carlos, actually, I think, and that's an early top three for USA once again, even without the shroom for Mitch. Yeah, that's going to be the only thing you need to do now if you're USA, just secure this as Speedy gets taken out. But that mega pull is going to be really good for him just to come back. And and yeah, the only thing, yeah, that they need to do is just maintain this top two, which is really, really good. And this draft is actually going to help a lot, as Carlos may be able to mega into the cut there and maybe take on into the third place. But yeah, he tries to solve the not quite the angle, I think. And yeah, this mega is going to do a lot of damage if he is able to use that correctly. He is able to shroom and get into second place there. Not quite able to get Mitch out, but 2-3 right now. If he's able to chain reds, it's not going to because Mitch drafting there, and there's not enough reds. This Nana's like, it's not going to connect by. Oh my god, get taken out! Oh god, that's a 1-3 for Ecuador. Nice, nice over there. And FX dying on the finish line. And Ecuador now getting that win, just clutch hit at the end. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Really, really nice stuff from Ecuador right there. And I see them playing a lot better than were they playing El Salvador earlier on today. Still, it's a narrow win for Ecuador, but that's the start you need. You need to start chaining races like this and just hopefully be able to come back. So nice snipe rev there for FX, against FX, sorry. And yeah, Ecuador is trying to bounce back. Let's see if they can maintain it. So right now going into for his three trick version, which is yeah, you're decent and generic front runner, but yeah, let's see if who can get the top spots here first, because if they get a bit of a lead, I think they're gone, and there's not much the other team can do about. I want to point out great effort for Carlos over there, just taking that top three on his own with that mega mushroom, and then clever with that insane snipe. So 4 races to go. Ecuador needs a really good race here if they want to get a shot, but they had a good start. So still they're opting to back. There are 4 races left, and the difference is not much. I can respect that, but maybe on these short tracks, they oh my god, that green is not going to connect. I thought it was, but yeah, again, a top three, early top two, top three for
Wow.
USA, and this red shit is not what you want if you're Carlos. No, I think that red shit was from his teammate actually. So bit of a bad luck there. And I think Carlos' race is already over as we see Mitch protecting that top two with all he can. He's going to get 2 reds with Clever. I think he got the box in second, so he got 2 reds. Ecuador remember Tate's taken out. I think that was Clever. So right now only I think yeah it's Eche in second place, just barely holding it, and USA just trying to run. Mitch hits a random Nana. I couldn't see that on screen, but that blue shit is not going to connect into the first place as he's able to dodge, I think. But there's still Eche pressuring into second place, so he might be able to take him out on this box. This draft, although from Mitch, is going to be really huge. He gets a double chain of the mushrooms here, and just like that, Mitch again in fourth place. This R, oh my god, is going to end Mitch, and Clever is going to get um third there. The 2-3, no 2-3-5 actually for Carlos, I think. Yeah. So that path, that flying path, I think it's faster to go in the long road. However, if you're into the going to the second lap, I think the best option is just not to take it because it's a bit slower. Just to take it to the finish line. That's my opinion there, but that might be the case. So still winning by one, Ecuador, but these races they need somehow big races than this And yeah, that spot could be the difference if we ended up seeing a really close result at the end. Again, Paris. So right now, yeah, we have some like baggy battle in the back, but that this race might be the race Ecuador needs to just all run and just hope for the best because you do need a good race here. And yeah, with USA front presence, it just doesn't look really likely to get a good race without doing that. So let's see what Ecuador does here. Carlos again going with that Mega Mushroom glider. That Mega Mushroom has been a lot useful in this world actually. With 3 races left, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen.
Yeah, definitely not. And just these last couple of races have just been so important for what should I call it, the Ecuador. And I just don't know at the moment if they're doing a good enough job. But honestly, though, um, it's all going to come down to again who's playing better and smarter throughout. So right now, Ecuador though in top two early on, getting a red off. Mitch getting a red off to make it 2-3-4, which is nice, solid red there. And right now
And
having a heart in fourth as well, solid pull. And
we saw Carlos with a horn in first, so that might not be the best defense you want. Yeah, he's get taken out because he had only a horn. This horn though is going to connect into that USA member, just going to get him into the sixth place. And yeah, Mitch getting that leg trail off and just pushing out Carlos, so he's not able to get the box in second place, which is huge for USA. This hard pull though is going to be enough, I think, for Carlos to get into that second place. But I don't think that will be enough for him to just take a speed here. If I were Carlos, I would spam the red so fast that, yeah, he doesn't have that green actually might connect. It's not going to. Yeah, so it's a first place for USA, and but still 2-3-4 actually. Ecuador is not done just yet. That's huge for them actually, and if the bagger can get somehow get that seventh place, would be better for them. But it doesn't seem like it.
yeah, 2-3-4 is big. It is good, very much good for Ecuador there, and solid stuff coming in. And but it's not really well. Getting first there is probably more of a better play there personally, due to the fact that first is 10 points, second is 8 points, and then it keeps going down the line. And just getting first, you get 2 extra points compared to second. So first is just so powerful sometimes, and could definitely dictate the an end of a war. So it's important to realize what's going on here, and it's just really solid stuff. And in all 2-3-4 though, just not really the best, but still it's still very much possible, as you said.
All right,
Um,
mark my words. This race will be the like the race that will determine what happens in this war because I think this is the perfect race for Ecuador just to run because they're running out of time and just four runners over there. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen as we see just all USA members going to run, and if Ecuador member is trying to get the box in eighth place, they might have a shot to get a shock there and just get an insane race. But as I talk, that USA member is going to get into the last and maybe trick that Ecuador bagger to think that he was gone. But actually, yeah, the bagging battle remains, and they are not opting to run everyone. So Carlos getting that bump, that's a bit unfortunate. But the top spots are not really that long. Like he could easily shroom into first if he holds his shroom. Right now, 1-3, but Speedy going to that red shells over there, and just this red shell, I think it's going to connect actually in Mitch, but he won't get the
wow.
trail. That's actually that green shell is going to be huge if they're able to take that guy in first place. This star pool is going to make Carlos
They
invincible for
need
the rest of
first.
the race.
They need to take out first right now, and it's
It's
probably
not
not going
going
to
to
happen.
happen though.
So
And
yeah,
yeah, still a winning race for Ecuador, but the bagger needs to get it needs to get seven here because they're running out of time. This that that play for Carlos was really really epic as he ended up mid career right there. But getting 2, 3, 4, just again Speedy saving USA at that last moment, and which means we're seeing that this end of the race is going to be really huge. If it's a short track, then I'm just popping off like everyone could win there. But it's not the case. It's actually Royal Raceway, so this is hard actually for Ecuador because if they choose to run this and there's a shock from USA, yeah, I think that should be over the moment they get the shock. But let's see what happens because difference is really high, and Ecuador, I think they need to be bold here. Like they have nothing to lose, and yeah, they need like a top four.
It's still possible. Minus 15. It is still possible here. And in all honesty, top four, they probably should all run here. They probably should not be having someone back going for shock. So if you're Ecuador, keep that in mind. 15 points is not an impossible gap going into this last race. Just keep that in mind there. And as we see, the United States getting in the
This
top two,
night,
but
oh my God, Carlos, you're
wow.
insane. Oh my God, yeah. So early snap there, but still a top two for USA. But what happens now? Thing is there is a hard bagging battle right now, and as I'm talking, I don't think Ecuador is now able to win as if there's a hard bagging battle and you get top 3-7, which is the maximum thing that you can do. It's already over for Ecuador. Like I don't know why they going to hard bag. Maybe they're confusing on the score, but that's going to be it right there. Even if they get shocked and they get top three, the only thing that oh my God, that backbone was really close.
Wow.
I think the only thing that can save Ecuador here is to get a top three and one of the USA members disconnecting and the bagger getting sixth place out of that. But that's not really the case. Probably not the case. And yeah, so this is going to be all two bombs here. It's not going to connect quite there, but he could have maybe waited a bit to get that bomb snipe on camera. So I think that's going to be it. Yeah, the bagger from Ecuador is going to run, but it's not enough. As we see top two right off the bat for USA, and Carlos not going to be able to get that snipe. And yeah, that's a win for USA. I'm not sure why they decided to back last race because it was possible if you get a top four, but if you decide to back, like there was just no point in backing, in my opinion. Like you already qualified to bracket stage, and if you back, then just crave your own thumb. Like you can't win if you back. Like there's not enough point difference. So again, congrats to USA for that win. But I should say Ecuador played Raw on another level. Like I don't know why they didn't play with this kind of gameplay against El Salvador. They would have won without any problems, in my opinion.
Yeah,
So
so I just that was just a solid overall for the United States. They just played so well. They had everything lined up for them. They're going to be first place in the group. So yeah, I'm just really impressed and honestly super solid stuff from the United States. Just overall, just really solid and good job from them. Just really nice job to clinch a 20-point win. And we'll see these two teams in the next round, I'll tell you that, because both teams will be moving on. This basically was just an exhibition for the first seed, but in all honesty, it was a really competitive match back and forth. They got close at some points, but the United States did pull it off, and they did win this war, and they managed to pull it off and win. So good job for the United States, and I believe this is the last match of the day. So as said earlier, we will be not casting next week due to a American holiday. So we will see you the week after. But the schedule for the next stage will be as I said earlier very very soon. So please stay tuned for actually all the games scheduled to come out, both Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart Tour. Please stay tuned for that. But any last words? Sanch?
Yeah, so I actually want to point out Ecuador's really great effort in going to this match, getting a plus, like a -20 loss against one of the four top seeds of this tournament is just really huge for them. And just I'm not sure what they did just to change like the mindset going against Salvador and going against USA, but they played a really good today against USA. So if they can pull this level of gameplay, they might be able to surprise someone on the bracket stage. Actually, I want to say congrats to both of them because they are both qualified to brackets already. And yeah, insane show ups we have seen today from all the streamers, and just insane overall day. And this group stage was quite a important thing to note about. I think there were two groups where the there were major upsets and they were able to qualify like the top two seed teams. For example, in this group, Ecuador actually going to be the major upset as they qualified like the last team to qualify to this group and actually going to take the win and going to bracket stage is huge for them. So really happy for them and shows that in MKT nothing is done till it's done. So yeah, stay tuned for the bracket. Though it will be later today, I think, and I think we will see you guys in 2 weeks. This team has 2 weeks to practice to get their things done, and yeah.